Hello everyone, my name is Akai Fox and this is another one of my art videos. In this video, I had somebody from the community request a commissioned piece that they may potentially be using in the future as a tattoo. In this, they requested a butterfly, a lotus flower, and a semicolon. Now, for those of you not familiar, a butterfly, of course, represents change and transformation and becoming something anew and beautiful. A lotus flower represents a lot of purity, rebirth, and divinity. It can symbolize rising from a dark place into beauty and rebirth. The semicolon is a little bit more sensitive, but I liked the quote that I saw that said, "A semicolon is used when an author could have chosen to end their sentence, but chose not to. The author is you, and the sentence is your life." So these three elements are all in tandem to create something very beautiful in both visual, but also in their deeper meanings. And so I was very honored to be able to take a part of this and give them another option that they have for a tattoo. Now, this same person had also requested a painting done that you can find in my channel here. That was a semicolon, 2 koi fish, and a lotus flower. So just giving different options for this person when they do decide to get this tattoo done, that they have a few different references and inspirations they can provide to their artist and make that final decision. Now, they did originally request that this butterfly also be blue and white, and so you'll see that theme in there. And previously in the koi fish painting, they had requested that the lotus flower be purple, and so I did try to do my best to create that as well. Now, this was something that I was very excited to do because I felt this was something very simple and up my alley as far as, anatomy and all of the things that I may not be as great at just yet. I do find that simple things tend to be the things I excel in the most. And so you can see here that I incorporated the semicolon by using the butterfly's body, and then using the tail of the semicolon as kind of this floating space. I did have some troubles initially with the lotus flower, and so I did find myself drawing it separately so that I could get the visuals and get what this should look like. But overall, I feel like the sketch went very well, very smooth, and I only took one moment where I was really struggling with trying to make that butterfly look a little more 3D, where I did borrow a few of the shapes, but I really tried to keep this organic and as much to my own imagination as I possibly could. So that's what we ended up with here, is we finished out the line work and was able to get all of that in there. Now, moving into the colors, I wanted to try something a little bit new when it came to how I incorporated some of the veining, I suppose it's called, in the actual butterfly's wings. So instead of just keeping it plain white, what I decided to do is that I took the white and I took a really light blue, and then I chose to blend the two together to get this really cool effect. I was very pleased with how it ended up turning out, and by using that same blurring, I was also able to create some of the shadowing that was the body and the way that the wing itself had that shadow overlapping to, again, give it that more 3D effect. Now, I also wanted to make sure that I wasn't outlining too much in black, but black does tend to be the way that I like to do my line works, and although I could have chosen, a dark green, a dark purple, a dark blue, I find that black just gives it that much more distinction and something that I wanted to stick with. But overall, I'm very pleased with how this turned out. In general, I wanted kind of a little bit more pinks, a little bit more purples in the flower itself, but still trying to ultimately end up in kind of a more purple space, since that was their previous request as well. This overall turned out magnificent, and I would be so proud if an artist were to take at least the basic nod of my design and implement that for somebody's future tattoo. I think all of these represent such a strong and powerful meaning when it comes to change, being able to continue, being able to transform, that sense of purity and rising from the darkness and blossoming above the surface. And I think a lot of us can take some nods from any of these three elements to make sure that we're incorporating what we need to help lift others up who may be in that darker time, being more aware. And if you see someone with a semicolon, know that they also have had some sort of journey, some sort of transition in their lives to want to be as best they can in their lives. So this ultimately is how it turned out. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you'd like to see more of this art, feel free to click on that like and subscribe. And as always, I just want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you.